Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with another Perils in Paradise card review. And we have saved the very best, the craziest, most broken neutral legendary for last. Okay, it's probably not that crazy. It's probably not that broken. It is a really rad card. It's a big ass elemental that can erupt all over your opponent. Oh God, I don't want to get too much into that. Anyways, we're gonna take a look at this card, how insane it could be in Standard and Wild. If you wanna win these cards or this card and any of the other cards from Perils in Paradise, we have a giveaway going on for 2 regular pre-orders, 1 mega bundle out of my pocket. To enter that giveaway, like and comment in the video, link down the description below, the one with that thumbnail over, oh yeah, it's right over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, I will add another mega bundle. So hit that sub button, make me go broke. So what is the last legendary that was saved for last? Well, it is a 6 mana 2/10 elemental, Insidious. That's quite the insidious name. At the end of your turn, you upgrade your eruptions. Really good card, right? You upgrade your eruptions, you get to shuffle 5 eruptions into your deck. I think this card is very solid. You get a lot of stats. It's hard to kill. You upgrade it. I will give it a 3 out of 5 in Standard and Wild, and we'll leave it at that. You don't need to know what eruptions are, and we won't talk about the card any more than that. Okay, let's stop messing around. What is an eruption, Zeddy? What is an eruption? Well, you shuffle 5 of these. These are the eruptions. They are 1 mana fire spells. However, not really 1 mana, because they are cast when drawn, and they deal 1 damage to all enemies. So it doesn't eat your stuff, and it can go face. I will note that it is relevant that it has 1 mana in case you like Secret Passage or you Finley, then it'll be added to your hand. You play it for 1 mana, which honestly could be a little bit of a strat in Wild with like spell damage stuff, right? Like very cheap 1 mana burn spells that could go face. I don't think that's a valid strategy, but it's something you could consider. But overall, yeah, take a look at the card itself. Insidious, it's a very large elemental, 10 health on 6 mana. That can be pretty daunting to kill. And you're going to probably want to kill it because, yeah, at the end of each turn, you are going to upgrade those eruptions. So really, it's not really dealing 1 damage, right? As long as this lives after you play it, like hopefully you can manage the board well enough that you play your minion and it doesn't blow up. Of course, there are cards out there that can mess with that. You might be out of your hands, but overall, you should at least get that 1 upgrade, and then you have 5 spells in your deck that deal 2 damage each to the face, 10 damage total, and if this manages to stick around whatsoever, well, it just gets better from there. It goes to 3, goes to 4, goes to 5. There's no limit, right? And in Wild, you can go all Mark crazy and Drakari Enchanter double dip on that upgrade immediately for some shenanigans like that. You could also like double the shuffles into your deck with, I can't remember what that 3 mana 3/4 beast is. Wasn't there a 3 mana 3/4 beast? I'm an old man, I can't remember anymore, but like double the shuffle. There's a lot of silly Wild combos, but even in Standard, let's say you're playing a pretty heavy elemental mage. Can you imagine just Mezadunaing this? Like you get 2 3 mana 1/5s, both shuffle, you shuffle 10 into your deck. They both will upgrade, so they'll deal 3 damage. That can also be pretty solid. You have a decent draw engine in Elemental Mage with your 4 mana 4/4. Obviously, Mezadune is a huge high roll to do that, but there is possibilities for it. And again, you could do things like Shutter Block this in your Elemental deck where you shuffle in 15 eruptions. That's a lot, right? Like that eventually becomes some inevitability. In Warrior, you could play this with alongside Bran if you really want to. And I'm just looking at this as like kind of more of a grindy card to throw into those elemental decks that really do, want to play an elemental every turn, want to try and be impactful, stay alive till they get to their big payoff, in particular in Shaman with Scar, right? Or we got the new 3-drop, the new 3 mana elemental that gains 1 damage every turn you played an elemental. That will also create inevitability. That card can go face, do a lot of damage. You put Insidious into the mix, there are some real possibilities for this card. I'm not completely writing it off. It's not the sexiest card in the world. Shuffle cards in particular are typically not consistent enough, not fast enough to be like, I can be really, really competitive with this. But if you really want to, you know, Sharp-Eyed Seeker, again, did I get the card name right? I never know. It's a 3-mana 3/3 bird. Why can I never remember the name of that card? I always struggle with it. But this is a card, yeah, I could see it having some validity in standard. I think the artwork on this card, like just that artwork is amazing. I love that style of elemental art in the game. I want this golden. I wish there was a signature of it, but apparently there isn't, at least not that I'm aware of. But I do think this can slot into decks. I don't think it's complete and utter garbage. I think it sees some play in standard. Those elemental decks, I think, are getting a bit more tools. Plus, we don't know what the class elementals. There could be class elementals that help out those decks even more. We will have to wait and see as the reveal season continues. So I will give this an actual 3. I gave a spoiler early. I will give this a 3 out of 5 in standard. I think it has a shot. Whereas in wild, I just see the hilariousness of playing this with like Shutterwalk, or you can macaw and keep repeating the battle cry on this thing and just have like infinite eruptions in your deck and just blow them up, all of your opponents. Yeah, okay, again, we're not going to erupt on our opponents' faces. We need to stop saying things like that. You're going to get in trouble. So yeah, in wild, it's probably much too slow, but I am looking forward to, you know, those Mark shenanigans, those Mark combos. I really wish that Duels was around, because this would have been such a cool card for those elemental decks and duels. And this is the type of thing, I will say, I'll go a little bit off tangent here. I really miss duels, right? Like, we got the twist stuff, we have all of that stuff going on, but I can't build my deck. I can't add my cards to those decks. And I see this card and I'm like, man, I want to try this out in duels, or some of the older cards. I want to try those out in duels. And yeah, you can't do that anymore because they outright deleted the mode, and that makes me sad. Anyways, that's completely off topic, but yeah, for wild, I will give it a 2. Again, it's such a cutthroat, fast, insane format, and even you got like evocation or whatever it's called, 0-mana spell to cheat it out. I guess in standard you do have Aqua Archivist. You could play this for 4 mana as it stands in standard. That is very valid strategy. I just don't see it making the cut. You got Granite Forge board too in wild. Lots of ways to discount this, but overall, yeah, we'll give it a 2 for wild and standard. I do think it could pop up and see some play. So I believe that's all the neutrals. So starting tomorrow, all the class card reveals will begin. There's mage ones. We have our own reveal, so won't really be reviewing those cards. We'll just be showing them off. Should be pretty fun. And yeah, we'll keep you guys staying tuned with that. If you enjoyed the video and you want to talk about the cards, comments below, let me know what you guys think. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.